Hello students, this is chapter number 3, Fiber to Fabric. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the various types of fabrics and how they are made. As we have already learned previously, the fabrics may be made up of natural fibers such as cotton or wool, or they may be made up of synthetic fibers such as nylon and polyester. Let us understand how fabrics are made in general. From far, a fabric seems a continuous piece of cloth. But if we observe it very closely or we see it through a magnifying glass, we would see that there are many strings overlapping each other and there is a continuous fixed pattern to it. The various strings may be crisscrossing each other or they may also be seen in the form of loops. This type of arrangement is to be done to keep the fabric firmly together in the form of a cloth. What exactly is a fabric made up of? Let us have a close look to know how a fabric is formed. If we take a piece of cloth, we can see threads coming out from its sides. These are yarns. Different types of yarns are used to make different fabrics. The yarns are arranged in different patterns to make a fabric or a cloth. You must have seen your mother or grandmother making sweaters. She uses 2 needles to make a loop pattern. To knit a sweater, a single yarn is used in knitting. A single yarn turns into a big sweater. Isn't it amazing? This method is called knitting. It can be done both by hands as well as machines. Besides woolens, knitting is also used in other clothing items as well. Have you ever observed that a small string from your socks, if pulled out, a single yarn comes out of it continuously, isn't it? Another method or pattern of arrangement of yarn is called weaving. Sometimes 2 yarns are arranged together to form a fabric, and this method is called weaving. Machines used to weave cloth are known as loom. The machine which is run by hand is known as a hand loom, and the other which runs by electric power is known as power loom. If you go to villages, you would see many people weaving fabrics on loom and you would love to watch them. So, we now see that a fabric was formed by weaving or knitting yarn. But how do we get the fabric? If we take a piece of yarn and take one end of it and then scratch at the other end, you will find that yarn splits out thin strands. These are called fibers. So, a yarn is made up of many small fibers twisted together. Also, while putting a thread into a needle hole, you may find that its ends get split into thin strands. These thin strands are fibers. So, a yarn is made up of fibers. I am sure all of you know him. He is Gandhiji. And what is he doing? He is using his charkha or spin wheel to convert the fibers of cotton into yarn, and this yarn was later on weaved into fabric, and that is known as khadi. The process of making yarn from fibers is known as spinning. Now the question is, where do we get the fibers from? We already know that we get cotton fiber from cotton plant. from the fruit of cotton plant exactly. Why do we call it fruit? Because it contains seeds. Also, we get jute fiber from the stem of jute plant. Jute is used mainly for making gunny bags. Besides that, it is also used for making carry bags these days, for ropes, for mats, and for mattresses as well. Silk is obtained from the cocoon of silkworm, and wool is obtained from the fleece, that is hair of animals. Can you name a few animals? I'm sure you know. So we learned that the cotton, jute, silk or wool that we obtain from fibers are either obtained from plants or animals. These fibers are called natural fibers. Another category of fibers is man-made fibers, also called synthetic fibers. These are prepared from chemical compounds. A few examples are nylon and polyester. Try to find out how they are formed. In a nutshell, fabric is generally obtained from weaving or knitting of yarn. Yarn is a continuous thread of natural or synthetic fibers such as wool or nylon. Or we can say it the other way around. Fibers are thin strands of natural or synthetic material. Multiple fibers are twisted together to form a continuous strand of thread called yarn. And lastly, by weaving or knitting yarn, we get different fabrics. Once the fabric is made, it is stitched into different clothes. You wear your shirts, trousers, skirts, frocks, isn't it? But have you ever noticed that there are a few pieces of clothing that may be worn without stitching? Can you name a few? Yes, sari, dupatta, turban. Try to find out a few more. The basic purpose of clothes is protection. They protect us from heat and cold, and they also make us look good. So children, keep your clothes neat and clean and look smart.